That's not a figure of speech, literally by our album.
Yeah. So this is a song called White Horses, which is off our new album. Did we mention we had a new album? You can buy it if you want to. You should buy it. Please buy it. It's an album of serious and sad songs. So this is a bit different from our normal stuff, but we think it's nice.
Gazing out at the white horses as they gallop to the strand. Bring her back to me, white horses. Set her down upon the sand. Guard her from the heartless sea. Treat her kindly, keep her free. I'll be waiting patiently, white horses. I was just a jewelry maker, bringing my wares to the gathering of men. And that was when I saw her on the dock with the crew of bondmen. Told and bartered, I watched her for a while. And then she smiled, and I blushed, just like a child. Gazing out at the white horses as they gallop to the strand. Bring her back to me, white horses. Set her down upon the sand. Guard her from the heartless sea. Treat her kindly, keep her free. I'll be waiting patiently, white horses. Then we had the whole summer, never so much as a minute spent apart. She owned my heart. Every day we knew the time was coming. The season would end and she'd have to cross the sea away from me. She returned eventually. Gazing out at the white horses as they gallop to the strand. Bring her back to me, white horses. Set her down upon the sand. Guard her from the heartless sea. Treat her kindly, keep her free. I'll be waiting patiently, white horses. I gathered up the finest amber and set it in a gold and silver pin with my love bound in. I took it to the western shoreline and sang to the waves until the sun went down and her ship came around. I was lost, but now we're found. Gazing out at the white horses as they gallop to the strand. You brought her back to me, white horses. Set her down upon the sand. Guarded from the heartless sea. Treated kindly and set free. I was waiting patiently, white horses. Gazing out at the white horses.
Sing along if you like.
As they gallop to the strand. You brought her back to me, white horses. Set her down upon the sand. Guarded from the heartless sea. Treated kindly and set free. I was waiting patiently, white horses.
it's really nice to see so many of at eye level. It's the problem with being a halfling.
Yeah.
Now, when I first said that I was actually going to take part in this competition, I told my friend Lipstick that I was going to sing Over the Hills and Far Away, and he said, good, fuck off. I knew, sorry. He said, no, he can't do any of that. I'm going to have to play an entirely different song now. No, it's fine. But when I did the last competition, I did a little bit of a song about how I came across Frimire, and this is a continuation. That's just proof. Making a little bit of a mistake, because being a bard can be very difficult. And when I started out, it was very, very difficult because I was rubbish. And I'm still mostly rubbish, but at least occasionally I can do things like this.
Hey!
All right! When time came to choose a job, I don't have many skills. I'm too lazy for farming and I fumble all me quills. I can barely cast no magic and I'm terrible with swords. I thought I'd try and make a living playing the same 4 chords. What nobody warned me was the cost of getting me started. The extortionate Bard subsidies, they made me broken hearted. And the guitar rental fancy clothes, the tab behind the bar. Soon my empty pockets had me wishing on a star. And I said, what's an apprentice bard to do when he's all flat broke and his bills come due? He'll do most anything for a meal. He'll lie or beg or borrow or steal. It's not my fault I took a chance. Me crimes were mostly happenstance. If you've been walking in my shoes, tell me what's an apprentice bard to do? In the fair's a barmaid winked at me and flashed me a right smile. Said, I don't have gold to make you sing, but I'll sure make it you while. I was only... That wasn't a joke! Alright. I was only trying to find a meal and get a place to stay. Who's the man to turn it down, which will give you a happy day? The moral of this story, though, I learned in no short order, was that barman don't look kindly on men fooling with his daughter. We heard a soaring up the stairs as my pants hit the floor. He burst into a bedroom, I ran naked out the door. And said, what's an apprentice bard to do when he's all flat broke and his bills come due? He'll do most anything for a meal. He'll lie or beg or borrow or steal. It's not my fault I took a chance. Me crimes are mostly happenstance. If you've been walking in my shoes, tell me what's an apprentice bard to do? Sometimes when I was starving, I had to cut a purse. It's not something I'm proud of, besides the granny and the Boon do worse. They say that it's a hard life to be a kender all the way. I'm just stealing to pay me bills and eat me 10 square meals a day. In the Vipers I bumped into that mighty man they called I. A bard worn out 2 of his songs, he's a much better bard than I. I was only trying to make ends meet, I really meant no harm. When I sang it's hard to be a bard, and I made him to charm. Some fans of his grabbed me outside the bar and said, we nicked those songs, we're all fans of our old die. We all know you've done it wrong. Then they whipped out a wicked knife, it gave me such a scare. Silver lining now I sing falsetto anywhere. What's an apprentice bard to do? He's all flat broke and his bills come due. He'll do most anything for a meal. He'll lie or beg or borrow or steal. It's not me fault he took a chance. Me crimes are mostly happenstance. If you walk in my shoes, tell me what's an apprentice bard to do? So as you sit there wondering about all my misdeeds, when you are a bard you wander wherever life leads. Some of it is filled with joy, but some parts filled with shame. Well, roguish bards, we love our lives, and I know that you feel the same. Or maybe this is all a lie, 'cause fewer bards you see mean it's so much easier for me to claim a fee. But if you are an apprentice bard, and things turn for the worse, maybe you can charm the judge or God with this old easy heartfelt verse. What's an apprentice bard to do when he's all flat broke and his bills come due? He'll do most anything for a meal. He'll lie or beg or borrow or steal. It's not my fault I took a chance. Me crimes are mostly happenstance. If you've been walking in my shoes, then maybe I'll beguile you. And what's an apprentice? When he's all flat broke and his bills come due, he'll do most anything for a meal. He'll lie or beg or borrow or steal. It's not my fault I took a chance. Me crimes are mostly happenstance. If you've been walking in my shoes, tell me what's an apprentice bard to do?
Hi! Some of you may know us, maybe. Some of you may not. For those who don't know, we've been gone for a while.
It's true.
And we came back just this gathering. And some people have been asking us, where have you been? And we've said, we're not going to tell you. You better come to the Bards competition and we'll find out there.
So I hope you're here.
So we expect they're all to be here now.
Where have you been?
Oh, it's good that you asked. We've got a story for you.
Yay!
Going last is horrible. Alright.
And Boony, we travel the world, delivering joy to all nations. But surprisingly often we have to move on due to slanderous false allegations.
We had nothing to do with
that horrible monster that ripped all those Kenda apart. But the local authorities didn't believe us. So we thought it best to depart. We went down to the harbour to seek out a ship. There was one that was leaving that day, but paying for passage was very expensive, so instead we just stowed away.
The anchor was raised and the crew got to work, all conversing in nautical lingo.
But down in the hull it was airless and dark.
So Boondoggle carved out a window.
No, she did that! She wanted the light to look at us over the mirror!
For some unrelated reason, the ship began to sink.
But we made it to the lifeboat before the crew had time to think.
And as Boondoggle rode away, we watched the ship go down.
We were stranded in the ocean, and then we heard a frightful sound. We both turned pale. Would we prevail? On a scale of win to fail, what would it entail? So hang your coat up on the nail and grab an ale, and we'll regale you with the tale of how our sailing trip derailed. The ocean was churning and Granny was gurning. We stared down at something submerged.
Deep down in the briny, we saw something shiny that slowly began to emerge.
It got bigger and bigger, this Titanic figure unveiled. It got against you and I. From the blubbery mountain erupted a fountain. We huddled together and cried.
Booney, we've talked about this.
What?
I'm the hero of this tale, and heroes don't cry, they don't have teardrops.
Oh. do you want me to make something up?
Make something up.
Okay, you, Granny, bravely stared up at the beast that dwarfed our tiny frames. A weaker mind than Granny's would have surely gone insane.
Like Boondoggle, who fainted. And his trousers went all brown. And there's, I forgot what the words.
There.
And when we regained
I don't know. Are you okay?
We both turned pale.
Would we prevail? On a scale of winds of Vale, what would entail? So hang your coat up on the nail and grab a nail, and we'll regale you with the tale of how our sailing trip derailed.
While Boon was shrieking, the lifeboat was leaking, Mcgee were in serious trouble.
But just then we were saved from a watery grave when the creature burped out a big bubble.
Was it a rescue or was it a trap? At least we had plenty of air.
Then with its great flipper it battered us under and dragged us right down to its lair. At the bottom of the ocean floor we drifted to a halt, surrounded by the luminescent seaweed and the salt. And slowly we became aware of faces all around. They gathered in their hundreds, and then they made a mighty sound. All right, you know what time it is. It's audience participation time. You know the noise you need to make. Your motivations are unknown. We both turned pale. Would we prevail? On a scale of winds of Vale, what would it entail? So hang your coat up on the nail and grab a nail, and we'll regale you with the tale of how our sailing trip derailed. The creatures came in closer. The atmosphere was tense. Was this the way we die?
Fear not.
We'll soon lift that suspense.
The greatest of them all approached and suddenly bowed down.
Wait, what is happening?
And presented dear old Granny with a splendid coral crown.
You are unbelievable.
Queen of the Whales. Yes, I prevailed. On a scale of winds of Vale, I did great and on average it best.
So hang your coat up on the nail and grab a nail, 'cause we regaled you with the tale of how we made you all be whales. Do it again! Stop now! So hang your coat up on the nail and grab a nail, 'cause we've regaled you with the tale of how we avoided jail and stuck on a ship where the air was stale, then sank the ship and met the whales and